You are carrying a weight that others do not see, a quiet, persistent feeling that you were meant for something far beyond the repetitive cycles of the world around you. This is not arrogance, and it is not a trick of the mind. It is the silent recognition of a frequency that most people spend their entire lives tuning out. Tonight, as the moon reaches its peak, that weight will feel heavier, not to crush you, but to demand that you finally acknowledge what has been brewing beneath the surface of your life. The air feels different, the silence in your room feels louder, and the thoughts you usually push aside are suddenly standing right in front of you. Most people will look at the sky tonight and see a celestial body, a beautiful light, or a curiosity of nature, but you feel it in your blood as a shift in gravity. This is the moment where the internal pressure meets external opportunity, and for those who have been chosen by their own discipline and their own suffering, the energy of this full moon becomes an undeniable reality. You have spent years feeling like an outsider, watching others drift through life with a strange, easy comfort that you have never known. You have wondered why you feel everything so deeply, why you cannot be satisfied with the mundane, and why your mind refuses to let you rest in mediocrity. This restlessness is the preparation. Think of the ocean during a full moon. The tides do not rise because they want to, but because they are pulled by a force greater than themselves. You are currently being pulled. The chaos you feel inside is not a sign of weakness, but a sign that your inner boundaries are being tested by a surge of clarity that is trying to break through. This clarity is dangerous to the version of you that is afraid. It is dangerous to the version of you that seeks permission from others. When we talk about this energy becoming real, we are talking about the moment the veil of your own excuses is ripped away, leaving you standing alone with your potential. Why does it feel so intense for you specifically? Because you have stopped numbing yourself. Most of the world is asleep, even when their eyes are open. They use noise, screens, and temporary pleasures to drown out the signal that you are now hearing with perfect clarity. To be a chosen one is not about being picked by a higher power as a favorite. It is about having the courage to choose yourself when the world gives you every reason to stay small. It is the stoic realization that your life is a masterpiece of your own making. And the moon tonight is simply the light that reveals where the cracks in your foundation are. You cannot fix what you cannot see, and tonight you will see everything. Every compromise you made this year, every time you stayed silent when you should have spoken, and every moment you chose comfort over growth will be illuminated. The tension you feel right now is the gap between who you are and who you are capable of becoming. Most people run from this tension. They find it too painful to look at the distance they still have to travel. But you are different. You have learned that pain is a compass. You have realized that the discomfort you feel under this moon is actually a form of navigation. It is pointing you toward the parts of your character that are still soft, still reactive, and still bound by the opinions of people who do not matter. The energy becomes real when you stop viewing your struggles as obstacles and start viewing them as the very material you must use to build your inner fortress. What if the pressure you feel isn't meant to break you, but to compact your resolve into something as hard as diamond? Consider the silence of a late night when the world has finally stopped talking. In that silence, your ego begins to lose its grip. The labels you wear, your job, your status, your failures, they all begin to dissolve, leaving only the observer. This is where the mastery begins. The Stoics knew that the only thing we truly own is our internal state. Everything else is a loan from fate, subject to be taken back at any moment. Tonight, the moon reminds you of the cycles of life, the constant waxing and waning of fortune, and the absolute necessity of being the mountain that remains still while the clouds pass over it. Are you the mountain, or are you the cloud? Are you the one who reacts to the shift in energy, or are you the one who uses it to fuel your next evolution? The world will try to distract you tomorrow. It will offer you the same old temptations and the same old patterns. But once you have felt this reality, once you have seen your reflection in the cold, honest light of this peak, you can no longer pretend to be the person you were yesterday. This is the burden of the chosen. You are now responsible for the light you have seen. You can no longer claim ignorance. The path of self-mastery is a lonely one, but it is the only path that leads to a peace that cannot be shaken by the storms of the world. You must become the person who can handle the intensity of their own soul. You must cultivate a discipline so sharp that it cuts through the fog of your own emotions. As you sit with this, ask yourself, what am I finally ready to leave behind in the shadow? What version of me needs to die tonight so that the true self can breathe? The energy of this moment is a catalyst, but a catalyst does nothing without the substance to act upon. You are that substance. Your will is the fire. Your focus is the lens. When the light is at its brightest, there is nowhere left to hide. This is the moment of total honesty. Look at your hands, look at your life, and realize that you are the architect of every joy and every sorrow you carry. The power you have been seeking in books, in mentors, and in the stars has always been sitting quietly in the center of your chest, waiting for you to be brave enough to look at it without blinking. You are not here by accident. You did not find these words by chance. You found them because your frequency has finally aligned with the truth you've been avoiding. The full moon is a period of completion, a closing of a circle. Let tonight be the night you close the circle on your period of hesitation. Let this be the final hour of your indecision. The world is loud, chaotic, and increasingly lost. And it needs people who have found their center. It needs people who have stood in the cold light of their own reality and refused to turn away. You are being called to that ranks, not through a loud trumpet, but through the quiet, vibrating intensity of this very moment. Now the light is beginning to shift, and the peak is upon you. The energy is no longer a concept. It is a physical sensation in your body, a clarity in your mind, and a mandate for your spirit. You have the strength to endure the truth. You have the discipline to command your own mind. You have the soul of a warrior and the mind of a sage, and tonight, they must finally unite. Go into the silence. Do not seek more words, do not seek more noise. Sit in the stillness of your own power and make a vow to the only person who can save you. Commit to the path of the unshakable. Commit to the mastery of the self. The moon will fade by morning, but the change you make in this darkness will define every light that follows. Stand tall, breathe deep, and accept the reality of who you truly are. Your journey does not begin tomorrow. It begins the moment you decide that you are finished being ordinary. The energy is real. The choice is yours. Now be still and become